Andy! Hon!
I'm here. Hi, welcome to Paige Family Homestead. I'm not allowed to do too much today because of this stuff that's going on. So we're going to be processing our chickens.
Because, you know, that's not a lot to do.
It's not hard.
And what did you just find on our potatoes?
Potato bugs.
So when we're done the chickens, I'm going to come out and...
We're going to have to put soap and water on them.
Yeah.
They don't like that. I don't think anyway.
We almost got away with... I wonder if it's because they're growing adjacent to the corn.
Maybe, who knows?
I don't know. But look at the corn. It's got almost... Well, they do. They have 3 heads growing on each stalk.
Yeah.
They're getting there, aren't they? How tall are they? Because I suck at that.
5 foot over there.
Isn't that
some are
nice?
5 foot, so some are 4 foot, 3 foot, you know, it depends. Some are 2 foot. Some are midgets.
So, it's a big day here.
So we're going to be processing the chickens, and nobody likes to do that. I know I don't. But it has to be done. When you're on a homestead and you're growing your own food, it has to be done. So, and I don't like to do it.
None of us do. We don't like the thought of it.
I'd rather keep them as pets, like our
well,
yard raptors.
raising these ones, we try to not. We try. Well, meat birds do. We try not to love them.
No, you
know?
can't. You can't.
So we spoil our yard raptors because we can love them. So we're thankful for what they've done growing for us, but...
Yeah, we're thankful for it, but I mean, it's like I said, it's not a fun thing, but it's something that has to be done.
At least they had a better life here.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
let's carry on, George.
Prepping the work area. That would be the plucker. I don't even remember the name of it anymore.
Plucker.
The plucker. Just giving it a Javix wipe down. It was cleaned before we put it away, but it sat for almost a year in the barn shed garage getting dusty, so I gave it a once over and he's doing it again with Javix. We have our pot getting ready for boil. We have our kill station here. Shouldn't be called kill station, but they say that those things help the bird relax when they're in there, but I don't know of a chicken yet that's going to be put into one and sit there and think, oh, that's relaxing. I'm upside down. So I don't know. And then we got our work area here. So he's just running Javix water through. Ready pretty soon, eh?
Pretty soon.
30-second dunk in boiling pot of water.
Okay, welcome to Paige Family Homestead. I'm Andy. She's not.
I'm Peggy. We wanted to talk to you guys. We have another update. Actually, we skipped one update and waited for today's. We wanted to talk a little bit about what cancer does to your everyday life, your home, your plans, your goals. Yeah.
Just waiting for what the doctor did. He took the CT scan, which is to take pictures of your body. Where they think, and then you got 2 weeks to wait for the news. Well, that plays havoc on your brain as if anything doesn't, you know. Right? I'd say.
So we started out with 11. We ordered 10 White Rock meat birds, the freezer raptors, and we set out 4 days ago.
Yeah.
To do them in.
Yeah.
It's one extra thing on my plate I don't need to deal with every day. So, and they were big.
Well, they were big birds, like.
So instead of grabbing, because we were going to do them all, instead of grabbing the big ones first, we just, oh, you're there? You're next.
Just went like this.
Yeah. We were going to show you a video of that, and because I want the kids to know how to do it.
Yeah.
But this time it really bothered both of us.
Yeah, I just don't like doing it.
And well, we never did.
No.
I mean, it's not a fun project, but
No.
I think because of the cancer, it bothered us.
Yeah, and your mind's elsewhere.
Yeah. So
all the time.
we processed 6.
6.
We probably should have stopped at 4. Andy was getting tired.
Yeah.
So we stopped at 6, cleaned up, put everything away. 4, we'll do the other 5 maybe tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah.
The weatherman took over and decided that wasn't the case, so we waited. We have 5. I get up the next morning after we do them, and the biggest one is like they die with their feet up.
Yeah.
He's like, hello, I'm dead.
Oh my God.
And the other birds were touching them, and so that was at 6 in the morning. So I had to wake Andy up to get it because I wasn't touching it.
I buried him.
No, wasn't
I did.
touching.
I
No, I mean I
no.
wasn't touching it. And then
Yeah.
he went back to bed. So now there are 4, and like I said, we had 2 days of rain.
It wasn't me, it was a dog.
We processed because we didn't have time to make the real estate more available in the freezer. Time was taken up with tests and driving and appointments and coming home
Finding the car
emotionally and
broken
physically.
down.
Oh, and then our truck broke down, and that was a costly repair to us. And it was like, we can't afford this.
Yeah.
So
Well, being on a pension, I couldn't afford it. But what saved me was all I had to do was buy the parts. And Roland, north of 7, he put
getting
it up.
it done north of 7.
Him and his dad did it for me.
Yeah.
Which I am very, very grateful for.
Which means he
They've
can
got
make
a beautiful
his
heart, those
appointments.
two.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
He saved us a lot there.
So
Really
Andy
helped
also
him.
got some man time out of that. As Roland said, they'll be up to shenanigans. He had so much fun over there. He was still this morning at breakfast laughing and joking about some of the jokes they had talked about. And, well, this man stuff, so I'm not going to talk about it. But the car's fixed. Thank you so much
thank you,
again,
Roland.
guys.
And George, thank you.
We're gonna, it's just everything is changed. The 4 meat birds that are in there now, I haven't told Andy yet, but I think I told Roland a long time ago. I wish I could just open the door and say,
him
be
go.
free, go away. But they're too stupid. They just sit there. So I gotta kill them. You know, I wish we didn't
We
let
have to
them.
process them, not kill them.
Hindsight. Yeah, we got to process them. I'm not going to pick the right words. I
No.
get crass and
Yeah.
and my words come out
We're
pretty
gonna craft them. We're gonna make.
crass, like vulgar. I just when I get nervous or
I
scared
thought you meant you were
or
gonna take that macaroni, put it all the way around him.
I say bad words. Craft. So it's just. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're sick of junk food. I don't think we're ever.
Every time we went to the hospital, we wouldn't get out till late, so
7 o'clock.
nobody
at
wants
night.
to make dinner. So I stop at Wendy's or Burger King. You know,
We did that 3 times out of the
sick
20,
of junk food.
and that was just 3 times out of 20,
Yeah.
literally. And
Yeah.
it was 3 times too many. So we're gonna start doing opening our jars again. I mean, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
But we're not thinking. That's
Well,
what
too
they're
much else on
there
our
for,
mind. Yeah, exactly,
right? Like,
yeah.
let's get these jars open and make our meals. Throw a
Like 20
video
minutes
on.
later, we could have a roast beef dinner. Yorkshire pudding's in the freezer
pulled pork, like
So,
you know.
Yeah, pulled pork. Yeah.
That pantry is waiting for us, and I've
And
just been so brain
Your
fried.
head's not in the game.
No.
It really isn't. It really
I looked
isn't.
at the garden today, and it doesn't need a lot of weeding. It needs some weeding, and
Your kid needs a lot of weeding.
no. We killed a big chunk
Well,
of it.
today
but,
we did. Yeah, it needed weeding.
But I look at it half producing, half not, half-heartedly, and I'm thinking just rototill the whole thing over and just play this game next year.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my mind's at.
It's hard. I know.
It's not just the results, and
Right.
it numbs you. It's like I told Andy, I said, I think I'm getting early onset dementia because where I have COVID brain.
COVID's great.
Without
That's
COVID.
from the shot.
It's just, yeah, that's from the shot. It just takes everything.
And
know?
then I got this is my second shot,
Yeah.
and I got the night chills. Oh my God. There's nothing worse. It's like you've had the highest fever you ever got up, and you got up in the morning. You're up in the night just shaking. So I'd go up to go pee, and of course the bathroom window is open. It's summer, and it's just freezing in there. So I end up putting socks on, track pants, a shirt, and a sweater on to go back to bed. What a time that was. So we got the call from the doctor today.
Well, we got a call about 5 days ago
Oh,
from the urologist
yes.
to let us know he did not get all the cancer. So I think
Yeah.
they were just kind of breaking us in, getting us ready for the results from today.
Oh.
So the results from today are that the cancer is a very aggressive cancer for the bladder.
Yeah.
The most recent CT scan did not show it in the lymph nodes. It did not show it going into the kidney
Or the lungs.
or the lungs. It is in the second layer of muscle on the bladder.
Yeah.
If any of you have medical backgrounds, you'll know what I'm talking about. They threw some medical terminology at us. I'm not going to remember. I don't remember the names. I should have recorded this conversation. It was important. But it's an aggressive cancer.
Yeah, it's an aggressive cancer.
So we are going to be doing chemo. Well,
Yeah.
Andy is
I am,
doing
yeah.
chemo. And,
You can do it with me if you want.
okay, if it makes it better. But they're hoping that will, he said, in case there's a few stray cells floating around, it'll do those in. And they're hoping
Yeah.
that it shrinks. He said, we're hoping it shrinks the tumor.
Yeah.
Did he not?
Yeah, he
So,
said it.
but did they not remove the tumor? That's what I forgot to ask. Like, did he just take a little piece off when he went in and did the last surgery, or did he remove the whole tumor?
No, he said he didn't get it all because it was into the wall.
Yeah. So they removed some, but not all of it,
Yeah.
and it's unclear at this time.
But he said, now our options are, we can go for chemo, and when I go for chemo,
See,
they're hoping that it would shrink the tumor down so small that when they go in to remove my bladder, it's not even there. And that happens quite a bit. And the second thing is that they can do is remove the bladder totally, and then I got a tube sticking out, bag there to urinate in. And I thought, well, this is wonderful. What's the third one? The third one is where they take your bladder out
no. Yeah, take out your
and
bladder.
they take a part of your bowel and they make a new bladder out of you.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I don't know what, but it's not a muscle. It's not the muscle that's.
It doesn't expel all the urine out of the fake bladder. So
Yeah.
once in a while, we don't know how once or how a while, he would need to self-catheterize to drain that fake bladder completely. That's grossing him out. He
Oh, it's
doesn't
just,
want that option. But we need to do research on the bag
Yeah.
that would be on the external part of your body too. It might be that the fake bladder option is the less invasive or problematic for your lifestyle, or we don't know. I kind of snickered to the doctor and said, oh well, so now we're on a waiting list for the cancer doctor, the oncologist. So now we go on a waiting list. And he just laughed and he said, no, we want this dealt with as soon as possible. There is no waiting list. Today is Thursday, he said, so you'll hear Friday or Monday. He goes, no, wait, today's Wednesday. Got your life in the hands of a man who doesn't know the days of the week. Just kidding. So we could get a call tomorrow, Friday or Monday.
Or Monday.
Telling us
And then he
where
will-
the chemo. Well, the
That's
chemo
right.
will be done in Kingston. The surgery
And how
to
long?
remove the bladder, if needed, will be done in Kingston.
Yeah.
That's a good hour, maybe from the door to the door, from here to the hospital. A good hour and a bit, depending on the time of day,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Both ways. And after the initial for chemo, the first one's in Kingston. After that, they can transfer his file to Belleville Cancer Center.
Which is
and
about 35 to 40 minutes away.
door to door.
Yeah.
Yeah. which is better for him for
Yeah.
traveling after a treatment. He doesn't want to be in the car for the hour, if possible not to be.
No.
That's where he stands right now. As to what kind of chemo, how many treatments, we don't know. But during the call, I could see Andy getting more and more agitated and more upset. And I'm sitting there, just tears of joy falling down my face because it wasn't the get your life in order Andy call.
Yeah.
It was 3 options. The one we're banking on and praying for, I'm going to ask everybody, you've been saying prayers, and maybe those prayers stopped it from spreading completely into his other organs, right? Like, we need them now because we would like the chemo to shrink what's remaining so that he can keep his bladder, right? Like, although I suppose you could tease the grandkids with an exterior one quite a bit. Like,
oh my God.
You know you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
What do you think of this? Squirt, I got my own squirt gun. Oh my God.
No, not like that.
That'd be funny.
You took it there. So, we've had so many people. Andy and I were talking about it, and without YouTube, we know our friends and immediate family would be praying for Andy. Our friends has expanded.
Oh my God.
The prayers with his name has expanded. Please keep them expanding. And
the song that the Vineyard Chicks sang, she played, was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you very much, Vineyard Chicks.
well, you're going to be jamming with them one day soon. You're gonna lay a track. Is that the right terminology, girls? He's gonna lay a track and send it to them because they have the mixing powers. They know.
Yeah.
They can
cool.
do the dubbing, and is it dubbing?
I don't know.
It'll be something fun to do once his chemo's done and he's feeling up to it again. So it wasn't a doom and gloom call from the doctor today. He's got a big fight ahead of him.
I should get a new guitar.
How many do you have right now?
Not enough.
How many? How many?
2,
How many?
3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
6.
I think you can find a wish for something else.
Just a thought.
and we're like this, we'll be weepy. Well, I will be a little bit weepy and hide it from him because I don't want to infringe on his minute of, I'm not thinking about it right now. So we're feeling each other out for that too, right? It's just Suki Wookie. I mean, I know when he goes off on his own to, show his emotions, and sometimes we'll talk about it. We talk around it a lot. We've been faced with needing to talk about it quite a bit more recently. We joke a lot. He does stupid things at stupid times.
We joke a lot. You hear the one about the guy that had cancer in the bladder?
No. He does stupid things at stupid times, and it's the most incredible fun. It was raining. It was almost dark, and get up, Peg, let's go. And I'm like, what? He goes side by side.
We ride the train and the side-by-side. It was wet.
It was wet.
But it was good.
We stayed off the trails. We stayed on the side roads
You gotta
so
stay
it
on the
wouldn't hurt them.
smooth.
Yeah.
But around here, the side roads are just as good as the
Scenic.
trails.
They're just as scenic
Jeez,
and beautiful.
Just beautiful.
We were just basking in the smell of pine, wet pine, and
we seen, 2 deers yesterday?
2 massive does.
Beautiful.
Massive.
Yeah.
One was really close, like reach out and touch someone.
We had the camera right there, and both of us, nobody touched it. Get a picture of that.
As soon as I reached in the glove box on the side by side for the phone, as soon as I did that, it must have thought gone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just right there. The other one was bouncing across someone's front yard as we were turning into the street.
That was beautiful.
It was. We needed it, and it was nice. And I'm glad you said
it's
that.
a good escape,
Yeah, is it ever? But it affects so much of your life, so much.
It really does, and especially at this time. And
you really get to see.
And what I hate is when you get there and you got to put this stupid mask on.
I know.
I got the shot. I've had the COVID test. Why do I got to wear a mask? Well, yeah.
You've had both shots.
That's what I said. Yeah, 2 shots. But yeah, this is a.
So other than wanting to till the garden completely in, and opening the door and saying to the fat meat birds, fly and be free. Life goes on as usual. I canned, what did I get? 11 pints
of broth, yeah.
of broth so far in a huge pot.
It's great that she can do
soup.
this, but right after you process chickens, you don't want to smell them, you don't want to eat them. As I come in the house smells of chicken.
The chicken broth that roasts for 3 days. So for 3 days he's going, oh, the chicken.
I can smell chicken. I can smell chicken.
So the next birds we process, the carcasses, have to go in the freezer. I'm not allowed to make broth right away.
No.
But I was saying to Andy, I didn't bring his along for the canning. I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but I didn't want to.
Wow, that's rude.
I didn't mean it that way. It's just, I had no want in me. I had zero want for anything in me. And it kind of felt good to do a canning session just with, you were gone to Roland's and Beth's. And I had the house to myself, and I got to rock with my canner, and I needed that. I needed it so bad.
She's taken over all the chores.
Well,
I can't even go up and let the chickens out in the morning.
No. You can just go out at 6 in the morning and pick up the ones that have their feet waving in the air. I didn't know they died with their feet up like that. It was just so gross. It was sad. It was sad.
Not funny though.
No. But it affects everything, right? And relationships. Your true friends are your true friends.
Yeah.
And the people who you knew loved you, but you didn't know how much.
Yeah.
You quickly see how much.
Yeah,
and the ones who you're blood related to, and you kind of figure they'll be there, they offer their help, and then they don't even ask anymore. How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you quickly are
shown it shows you
who's sincere. Wow. And really right now, it just doesn't matter. But it's there, and it's not going to be forgotten. And the people who stepped up.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, so many people have stepped up with prayers and sharing and watching. And Lori, from Lori's World.
Right.
Wow. She's, for 3 days, been running Play All on our channel and watching every video over the last 3 days.
And who's the one that Susan sent us a card today?
Susan Forbes sent gas money last week and a coffee card today. And so has Gail sent some money for gas.
Well, thank you very much.
And Roland and Beth. And
oh my God, they're lifesavers, because this is just, get out, go, and fill that truck up. It's expensive as hell.
Well, that car payment would have been, not car payment. Well, for the getting it fixed.
Oh, for the payment for getting, because
we couldn't have done it. We would have been renting a car until the next pension check.
And Roland really saved my butt there.
Our savings, because of all this.
Oof. Savings? What's that?
It'll grow again.
I know.
It'll grow again. We're good at that.
Because I'm going to be alive to do it.
And Craig from behind the garage barbecue, behind the garden. I got garden on the brain. With his hashtag Andy Strong.
Yeah.
Makes me smile when I see it, with his prayer hands in his heart. So hashtag Andy Strong. So he's got a battle ahead of him, and we're going to bring you along with us. It affects so much. I'm not even touching on everything that it affects, because right now my nose is still numb right here from our news today. And we did just get the call hours ago. We notified family.
3 hours ago,
and close, tight friends, and thought that the best way to update everybody is here, right? It was nice to get away from me and go to Roland's and Beth's for a while, wasn't it?
No, honey, it wasn't.
Come take him fishing, Roland. We're going to start doing some of that too. Low impact activities that we can do maybe when he's having a good day after chemo. And you've got to keep your head shaved so that you don't know if you've lost your hair.
I hope I do. I don't want to shave it.
So we got 6
I hope my
chickens.
mustache doesn't fall out.
Me too. Be like kissing a girl without it. I got 6 meat birds in the freezer.
Yep.
The breasts.
Big. Holy jeez, they're big.
One breast is like that big. I'm not even kidding. It's like, holy crap.
I wouldn't want to buy it in the store. It costs us a fortune.
I says, we got to package
That's
these
huge.
1 breast at a time because there's no way I'm cooking 2 breasts for the 2 of us. Like 1 breast will do us both and have a leftover. They're that big. The drumsticks.
Oh my God.
I won't be canning them.
Caveman drumsticks.
They're like,
Huge like a turkey.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
Just like at the
But
farm, remember?
Yeah.
And we didn't bother weighing them.
We never thought of it.
Well, we had the weigh scale out
I know
there.
it's out there, but we didn't do it.
We were seriously, when you do something, when you're dealing with this,
Okay, we'll get, baby. We'll get.
you do everything in very, it's very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step. There's no imagination, there's no creativity, you're just doing the motions. And the chickens were processed doing the motions, definitely. We left them in the spinning machine too long and took their skin off, so they all became skinless chickens.
It's pretty good that way.
Their skins were thick too.
They were,
Yeah. I didn't enjoy raising these birds, so I don't want more until next year when this is all done.
Well, we'll figure out a better way to keep. I didn't like what they were in.
No.
The tractor that I made, I didn't like that.
No.
Thought they were too confined.
We'll do something different next year. This is our first year here, and we have such big plans for the gardens and doing our rabbits, starting bees. I mean, we've been studying up on the bees.
Yeah.
And there's just like a break halt right in our face, right? And we got another weeping mulberry bush, we think.
Not a mulberry bush, but
it might be a weeping willow, we don't know, but we rescued it. It was dying.
It was leaning up against the fence at one of the garden centers, and they were taking all the plants out. And I asked the lady, I said, "What's that?" She goes, "I don't know, do you want it?" I said, "Yeah, sure." It was free. So I took the tree, and it still had green on it, some green. So I took it home and cleaned all the dirt off it, put new dirt in the hole.
And Peggy said it where Peggy wanted to dig the hole when the sun went down and went in the house to do something, and Andy dug the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Back to the
Nice
emerge.
soil in there.
Yeah.
And it's coming back to life, but I don't know what it is.
We don't know. It's
It's
weeping. And
It looked like it was leaning against the fence saying, "Help me, help me." And I did. I felt sorry for it, so I took it.
He felt sorry
I did.
for it. So there's the saga of the chickens and the cancer.
And
Both
the tree.
starting with C. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
tree. So we're still numb, but
Yeah,
it wasn't a phone call of Andy, get your life in order,
yeah.
right? That was the worst scenario. He has a fight. He has a chance. And if the chemo does what we are all going to pray for it to do, then the cancer will be shrunk and gone and he gets to keep his bladder.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
If not, well, he's
hoping.
going to have accessories.
Like the $5 million man.
I've got a fake knee. Why shouldn't you have a fake bladder?
What the hell? Yeah, she's all mine.
I am. I'm all his. So, we promise to keep you updated.
Oh, yeah.
And we're both tired. We're both really tired. This is mentally straining, but it was not knowing. Now we know. Now we have something tangible to grab onto and really fight for. So please keep up the prayers.
And we're going to keep everybody informed on it all the time. So
I'm going to start doing some jar meals because that's what we're really going to do. We're going to be hopping. Oh my God. We've got 2 new doctors and both want to see you and they're both in Kingston. And
I've got
a kidney doctor.
An X-ray tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the kidney. For my
2
kidney.
trips into town.
Yeah.
Trenton, which isn't too far. 45 minutes. 35, 45.
25.
Yeah, so, and we have a car now, truck, to do it with. Thank you, Roland and
Thank you,
Beth,
Roland.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you. So with that, we're going to say adieu, and the dog wants out. So
Now!
thank you for
on,
watching.
girls.
Please share.
Thank you
Share.
for all your prayers and that.
Keep viewing, keep praying. Keep praying. Thank you.
Oh, do you want me to turn it off? Okay.
You could ring the bell.
Well, if you like this video, ding, 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 hit the notification
It's
bell.
a good news video.
Yes, we'll see you this next video.
He has options. Could all be from the prayers, you know, that it didn't go all through your body.
I know.